Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Go ahead, hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell, all right? I'm trying a new setting on this camera, so bear with me if there's any problems. But listen, I just want to talk about the overall market and where we are today at this point. In the Discord earlier this morning, I said I would not be trading today. Personally, I didn't suggest that you shouldn't. I just said that I was not going to be trading today, right? And because it's just a tricky day after a day like yesterday. Sorry about that, good people. I'm trying some new things here. Look, go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell if you're new to the page, and make sure you select all. Still in travel. Let's get into it. I'll talk about that at the end. So right now, you guys see what happened at the close of my video yesterday. I said right now at this time, Speaker McCarthy is the House leader. There was a vote going on for his seat to be vacant. Well, as you guys all know by now, that happened. So they voted him out, right? The market is okay with whoever wins or whoever gets in position. And I'm going to continue to say this. What the market does not like is uncertainty. All right, let me move this so this light is not hitting my nose. So I'm like looking like Rudolph. All right, the market does not like uncertainty, right? And so that's one of the things, of course, with higher yields just shooting through the roof yesterday, is a threat to the market, right? And still, the inversion is still a threat to the market. The reason why I wanted to make today's video was because of a comment that I have to, I'm not trying to put anybody on blast, but we have to stop this. I'm just going to paraphrase because I don't have it in front of me. Someone left a comment and they said, this market is rigged. I had to sell all of my VTI, my VOO, my Mara, and my Riot. How is that working for you? And I could tell, and I'm not saying this to get on your case. I'm saying this to help you. I could tell, number one, you're new and you need to stop trading because you did the absolute wrong thing in selling VOO. And I'm going to show you why. As a matter of fact, let's get this going. Let's do this right now. Here's why you need to stop trading and start learning. This is one of the things that I've been telling people. Whether you get free stuff, whether you take somebody's course, you should start learning, all right? I want you to look at this video.
What do you expect in the day ahead? We're mentioning, the rising bond yields, the long bond almost at 5%, the 10-year at 4.8%. What are you expecting today?
Yeah, well, I think it's all about yield. So really what we're looking for to see some stability. The other thing for the market, we're approaching that 200-day moving average on the S&P. We're at 42.29 on the S&P. That 200-day moving average is around 4,200. So really what you're looking for is just to see if we have a little bit of a movement from fear to a little bit of greed, that people are looking at this pullback for some opportunities.
So you're saying if we go from fear to greed, does that mean you see this potentially as a buying opportunity? And if so, are there certain sectors you would buy in right now?
Yeah, the way we're thinking about this, Frank, we've been more, at least since the end of July, we've been expecting more of a correction in price and time, and we've gotten both of that. I don't know that we've seen the low yet. I mean, in some ways, I'd actually like us to crack below that 200-day moving average to get a lot more fear. But the good news is we would be leaning in, and if you underweight equities relative to long-term targets, what we wrote last night is that we would lean in and look at this as an opportunity because you've seen prices pull back pretty good. And more specific to your question, as far as where we would focus, two sectors I would highlight would be communication services. We've had a nice move back there, where a lot of AI plays, and also the energy sector as well.
All right, so that's what you wrote last night. Let's look ahead to the day today again with the futures for the Dow just moving into positive territory. The S&P kind of flat, but just slightly higher right now. With all that in mind, what is your WEX word of the day?
All right, Frank, the word of the day today is reset. We've had a really large reset across this markets as far as it's all about the 10-year. So 10-year has moved up very quickly. And because of that, risk-free rate has moved up and reset higher. we've seen a broad-based reset across markets. We can look at the S&P being down about 8%, but small caps are down 15. The average stock is down double digits. Utilities and real estate are down 20. So we've seen a pretty good reset. And the other thing I will say, the reason why we're starting to get actually a bit more positive on a short-term basis is the percentage of stocks in the S&P 500 is now the most oversold since last fall after being very overbought in July.
All right, so Keith, you gave us a sense of what you would buy into. Are there certain sectors you would?
So you actually sold VOO at the absolute wrong time when it is entering into a oversold territory where you should have been actually buying more rather than coming on complaining because of your own ignorance. And I'm sorry, I have to shoot it to you straight. It's your fault that you're just trying to come in and get hot plays and not learn and earn, right? And I just have to shoot it to you straight. Make sure you know what you're doing, okay? Stop jumping out of planes and then asking, how does this parachute work? Listen, go find some free stuff and study. Stop trading and study, okay? Myself personally, I bought more VOO literally before I read your comment, and I'm buying more today for my long-term hold because the S&P is at a range that I like to get. Now, you heard the gentleman, it may go lower. So what? I'll buy more because this is not a get-rich-quick scam. This is the true way of building wealth. And a lot of people are coming and they think that I'm gonna just take $100, put it in the stock market, and tomorrow I'm gonna have $1 million. It does not work like that, okay? And so I just gotta be straight with you. Stop trading because I don't want you to make money. And of course, I don't control the stock market. And you may say it's rigged, but then it's been rigged since 1792. And yes, there are some things that they do to the market to make it sway one way or another. We know that, but we make money, right? But we take the time to learn. Right now, as I speak, Stocks with Josh and Keenan Grace, we're here at an event. They are making something for the Discord about charting. And I heard what they were talking about. I popped my head in the video. For those of you that have the Discord, if you don't, the link is below. It will be the second link below. I beg you to just look at the videos and you'll learn something. So when the market is as volatile as it is now, remember, I've been constantly saying the month of September will be bad. There will be more red days than green. If you've heard me say that, please leave a comment. I also said the first 2 weeks in October will be choppy, right? This first week in October is choppy, okay? So sometimes the best thing for you to do rather than come and just complaining is to pull back. This is not, I have to be in the market every day. Listen, what I'm telling you now is better than the hot plays because I'm trying to help you. I want you to stop bleeding out money, all right? I'm going to shoot it to you real each and every time. The more you put in, the more you're going to lose until you get the lesson. Stop being lazy, okay? And you said you had to sell Mara and Riot. Number one, I'm not in those plays. We made that money. I made enough. I made enough to buy a full Bitcoin. I have not entered back into those plays. And if you have, that's on you again. Okay. So I'm just being straight because this is a teaching moment. This is a moment that a lot of you will learn. Stop trading in a volatile market. If you have lessons to learn, and go learn the lessons before you come and voice your frustration, all right? Now, I'm not upset. Actually, I'm taking this moment as a teaching moment because I know that there's others like you that have lost money because you feel like you have to be in. Again, I'm going to end with this. Sometimes the best trade you could make is not trading at all. I know there's not a lot of people teaching this on this platform and they all are a member of InSync, buy. But every time you enter into a play and you don't know what you're doing, you're putting your money at risk. All right. And I'm saying that in love to you that made the post. I'd rather you get mad and get even with the market by making your money back rather than just being upset and just saying the whole thing is rigged and taking your ball and bat and going home. Okay. Listen, make sure you check out, you in specific, you really need to take the class because number one, you wouldn't have did what you've done. All right. And you're stepping over thousands by not spending hundreds. And I'm just telling you, and even if you don't take the class, make sure you get the free stuff. Just Google it. All right. I'm going to leave it there in love. It's going to be I believe next week is going to be choppy as well. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to stop there, but that's what I clearly see. Let me know what you think in the comments, all right? So make sure for those of you that want more education that's really going to help you at a very, very, very reasonable price, make sure you check out the class. It's in the description below. And make sure you check out the Stock Squad Patreon, okay? That's where you're going to get help and stop the bleeding. I would just warn you that this Friday could be very, very tricky yet again. We'll see you guys. Live, love, laugh, and learn.